They say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet. But I love me some of Grandma's pickled beets. Well, cut it up, put it in the pan, throw it over your shoulder and see where it lands right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Maters, taters, beans and corn, the cows in the barn and the sheep's been shorn, kids in the barnyard chasing Grandpa's chicken. Spices, slices, cuts and dices, gonna slash your grocery prices right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Help you grow your garden good with recipes to suit your mood. Try some grub you've never tried before. Smash it with a wooden mallet, gonna educate your palate. Right here in Farmer's Kitchen, in Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're gonna cook something good now.
Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen brought to you by Woods Equipment Company has every tool you need to make working the land as rewarding as hunting it. L81 Bottling Company. Taste, love, and share the tradition. Kentucky Sheep and Goat Development Office. Try something different tonight. Housewarmings, the outdoor living and fireplace experts.
Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. There's a little chill in the air, which I like this time of year. I love this time of year. And when I get up in the morning, I want to have at least 3, maybe 4 cups of coffee. Yes, that's what it takes to get me going. And I just recently found out a place called Lexington Coffee and Tea. It's been there since 1983. It's a really cool place. They roast coffee every morning. It's wonderful. You got to walk in that place and just smell it. We're in Lexington on Regency Road at Lexington Coffee and Tea, which has been here since 1983. And that kind of rhymes, and a poet is me. And this is Jeff Wood, and I've had my third cup of coffee.
Yeah, right on.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah.
You know what? We got something going on behind us here, which it smells like heaven in here. What are you doing? Oh, yeah.
Well, what we did, we took some of our Lexington's finest blend, which is a Costa Rican, Guatemalan, and a Colombian blend. We roasted it for about 13 minutes at around 462 degrees. And it's all eye smell contact. Once it got to a certain smell and a certain look for us, we drop it out into the into our bin here. It's got a fan underneath that keeps the coffee from sweating. And we'll let it rotate here for a good 10 to 15 minutes before we take it into our next process of packaging and roasting and selling to offices and restaurants.
And that's about done.
Yeah, that's been cooling here for a little while. This is our mild roast, a little bit light color, a little caramel action there. This is just one of the milder Lexington finest blends that we do here.
You know, as I look around, you showed me the different, the way that you roast. You know, a French roast, you bring the oil out on the outside. I mean, I didn't know there was such a complicated process to all this.
Yeah, what that French roast does is the oil does come to the surface and gives it that little bite, a little extra taste to it as far as a more full-bodied, little crunchy taste. We take it that you can chomp that bean and it'll break right in your mouth, and we kind of know then that it's a French roast that we can do some of the espresso drinks with, cappuccinos, and our shot in the darks, which we kind of trademarked it ourselves. Regular cup of coffee, a shot of French roast and espresso right into that.
And you have flavored coffees here.
Yeah, we do flavor our own coffee. We have #1 hazelnut as always, and anything from Kentucky bourbon, French vanilla, Highlander cream, totally nuts. We do it all right here.
Now, you sell in bulk to all kinds of places. I mean, you have a packing room where you put everything in in its own individual containers, and then it goes on to the next room, then it goes in the next room where it's in boxes, and you put it in a truck and send it off down the road.
Yeah.
You sell this all over the United States?
We've probably sold it into about every state, but we run a local route here. We'll drive to about 35 counties, and we do sell to other gourmet stores, as far as Moorhead down in London, a lot of fine offices, a lot of the finer restaurants in town and as well as out of town. And we strive to roast a fresh product every day and get it on the street really fresh.
Now, as I look around, you know, I see bags and bags and bags of fresh coffee. And when it comes out, it's green and kind of puny looking.
Yeah, it starts right now. It's in these bags here. It's just a raw product. It's just a green bean is what it's called. And nothing happens to the coffee until you put the heat to it and get the roasting going, and that creates the smell and the flavor that you're going to be drinking from that certain bean that we roast, the Guatemalan, the Costa Rican, the Lexington's finest blend. So it all starts with the roaster and starts with a high quality bean. You can't really disguise a bad bean. You know, you can't buy a cheap coffee bean, which we don't. We buy all Arabican coffee. They're all hand picked, they're all washed, and we pay for it to go through a system to make sure we're very consistent with the bean before it gets to us. And even we have really good brokers that take really good care of us.
You know what? I've sampled a bunch of your product, and there's no clunkers. I mean, I've tried a bunch today.
Thank you.
In fact, I could chew through that barrel right now. I've had enough coffee. You know, you wonder what would have not been accomplished in the world if there wasn't such a thing as coffee.
We would all be in the same Martian suit, I guess.
You know, I wake up every morning and I really have to have 3 cups to get started nowadays. And you know, then I'm ready to roll, baby.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good thing.
Now, we know you pack stuff and it goes out all over the place, but you have this wonderful place right in here where people can come sit down, read the paper, talk to friends. And did that start out in that room?
Just on this side, my wife Terry, of course, is the foundation behind all of that, and it's her creativity. And once again, kind of wanted to sell a good product and offer something here that wasn't really quite here in Lexington at the time. There was one little place downtown, but as I said, no one roasted, and that's kind of our concept of wanting to start the whole game rolling with roasting our own coffee and offering a place where people can come and they know they can come and get a fresh product and meet their friends here and talk about their day, talk about what they're going to do tomorrow. And we range from 6, 7, 8, 10-year-olds to 91-year-olds. So we just kind of make it a pleasant place for people to come and enjoy a nice cup of coffee, the atmosphere.
Okay, Jeff, this is I guess you would call it the packing room?
Yeah, this is kind of where our next stage of, after we roast our coffee and take it into the big commercial grinder, we pack for offices and restaurants in our pre-packaged coffee. You know, we'll drop the exact amount into the bag of coffee, take it on up. We have a box maker, drops the right amount of number, the 32 packs in there, takes it right on to the end.
Tape it up.
Takes it over here right to the end product, and we'll load daily to take it out to the.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
Is that original artwork over there?
Yeah, that's something that one of the local kids did. It's really fascinating.
Yeah.
We have talented people that work with it.
Yeah. It's funny how these boxes just kind of disappear.
We sell a lot. It goes before I realize it.
Then you go to the next room.
This is where we get it on that truck to run our route daily.
It's a beautiful thing. I never get tired of the smell of smoke rolling on meat. Do you ever get tired of the smell of fresh roasted coffee?
Absolutely not. We do roast here for a reason. We do like roasting, and it's something you have to grow up with and enjoy every day. You gotta have a little expertise taste. I guess I'll use that word.
Come on out and see Jeff. I'm telling you what, this was fantastic. It smells like heaven in here. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you being here.
All right.
Hi, I'm Lardo.
And I'm Burley.
And we're the Moron Brothers. Got a frog in my throat.
All right, now we did something really fun last week. It's called the Incredible Food Show. It was at Rupp Arena. We went last year and it was shoulder to shoulder. This year it was the same deal. If you like good food and you like local Kentucky stuff, come to the Incredible Food Show. It was fantabulous. We started walking around there talking to folks, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll see if I can find me a helper, a co-host, just for this one event. I think we found her. Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen has decided to come to the Incredible Food Show, and today we have
Kristen Jones.
who's going to be our co-host, and we're paying her $800,000 million trillion to help us guide us through this whole process because we're newbies here. We came last year, so anyway, go ahead and do your on-camera application to be the co-host.
I love Tim Farmer. I watch him almost every week, and I think he's amazing. So the Incredible Food Show is lucky to have him here.
$100 trillion check is in the mail. Give me your address. We'll send it there. We'll have it hand delivered. We'll send cash, and you have the job.
Okay, great.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Take care. I appreciate that. That's why I love the Incredible Food Show. You know what? A great bunch of people here. We're on stage doing a demonstration later with L81. But first of all, if you haven't come to this show, you need to obviously come next year. But right now, we're going to take a walk and show you what it's all about.
Have you ever heard of beer soap?
I have not. Of what soap?
Beer soap.
Beer soap.
Yep, basically what beer soap is exactly that. It's beer in soap. Of course, you're not going to smell like a brewery on Saturday.
Smell that.
Sure. That is our Kentucky IPA,
Ooh.
made from the Alltech IPA. And
Can you dissolve the alcohol in your system and have a really relaxed bath?
Well, that would be great, but unfortunately, all of it's cooked off in the processing of it. We do sell a lot of the Alltech beers.
Let's smell
This
that.
is the Kentucky Ale. It has a little bit of a cocoa smell to it. Okay. Then we have this really cool thing. It's the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale, which is
take a
their
look at
signature
that.
product. You can smell just a little bit of bourbon in it, but it's, of course, it doesn't look like this when you actually put it in the glass.
Right.
We added activated charcoal to it. So basically, if you're using it to cut onions or peppers and garlic and you got all those harsh scents on your hands, basically the activated charcoal in this will pull those impurities right out of your skin.
Wow. So after I've been filleting fish all day and I got
Exactly.
that'll do it.
Yep.
I may have to try some of that. Thank you very much, Thomas.
Appreciate it.
Thomas
Thank you.
Brennan, my old Kentucky soap shop.
All right, thank you.
Jim Mansfield.
Oh,
Hey, you're a glove on here. Yeah, there you go. So
There you
elbow. You know what? I've been using your stuff for a while, and I just recently did a meatball. I do lamb or gas sausage.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of positive response to that.
Great.
People, one of our goals on our show is to try some grub you've never tried before.
Yeah.
Now, I like lamb because my wife's Greek, and she's been eating her whole life. But I'm a recent convert. Last 20 years or so, I have been racking up the lamb.
There's so many things you can do with lamb, and you can cook it in a complicated recipe, or you can keep it really simple,
Exactly.
and it's excellent. Like a roast leg of lamb, a little rosemary, a little garlic, stick it in the oven.
to go.
It's so easy. Yeah, chops on the grill.
Basil pesto, I found
Yeah.
you can't go wrong. You
Yeah.
can make your own
Yeah.
or buy some basil
Yeah.
pesto in the store,
Yeah.
slap that baby
Yeah.
on the grill, and oh my
Exactly.
gosh, then you
Yeah.
can't beat it.
Yeah,
Well-
and we raise sheep here in Kentucky and surrounding states that are very well adapted to this climate.
Right.
They utilize our forages, and they make a gourmet product that's good for the environment because they're keeping everything green and clean. So
It's less fat, it's easier to digest, and if you've never tried it, you need to try
Yeah.
some lamb.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful, and your lamb merguez was a hit in my house.
well, thank you so much.
Good seeing you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna sneak here. John Tucker is cooking on this huge Himalayan salt block, and I'm gonna reach around here and I'm gonna grab some mushrooms, which I love, and some pork. It's only been seasoned with that rock.
Absolutely. There's no seasoning of any kind on the food. The Himalayan salt stone does all the seasoning for you. It cooks everything perfectly every time. You can never burn anything on it. I could cook a ribeye for an hour and it'd be amazing.
You're kidding me. So how do you get this up to heat, and how long does it take to get the block itself hot enough to cook on?
Usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes to get hot. You can cook on your grill, your oven, your stove. You want to get about 400 degrees to 500 degrees. That's the best temperature. Use a little bit of oil, high smoke point oil. So this is grapeseed oil today. That'll season the block and it makes it work perfectly.
Wow. And then you throw whatever you want on there and let it roll.
Squirrel's good on this. Tenderizes a squirrel.
Like a whole squirrel?
Whole squirrel.
You cut his head off?
Take the head off, split it down the backbone, lay it across there, flip it once, and it will just melt in your mouth like you cooked it in a stew. Yep.
All right. Next time you see me cooking on a big green egg, I'm going to try that out there right there.
You'll love it. Magic on the egg.
Thank you so much, sir. Good talking to you.
All right, thank you, Tim.
Philip Weisberger.
Good to see you.
See your, we use your stuff all the time, whether it's pizza dough, poppy seed muffins, fish batter, it doesn't matter. We're using it. Tell us, just give us a brief overview. How many generations and how long have you been doing this sort of thing in Kentucky?
Well, we've been in business since 1865.
The same year I was born.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're looking pretty good.
Thank you very much.
I'm the 6th generation.
Wow.
So it's been passed down from generation to generation. I started working at the mill probably when I was 10 or 12 years old. And
child labor laws.
Yes, I'm
going to talk to somebody.
Working on the summers and doing the dirty work and pushing brooms, and just kind of continued to stay there.
Taught you a good, hard work ethic.
That's right. You know, it is a tough job sometimes, but
and nobody would expect anything different out of Weisberger.
That's right. You know, we grinding flour and cornmeal is what we do, and we try to make a good product, and I think we appreciate everyone. All the business.
Well, the next thing we're getting ready to do, we just had one on, but we're getting ready to make a pizza dough of yours.
Oh, yeah.
On the big green egg. Takes about 2 minutes.
Excellent.
We're ready to
Excellent.
roll.
Yeah, it makes a great pizza. It makes great breadsticks. You can do all kinds of good stuff with it.
Hey, we got to get your mom on to talk about biscuits, all right?
That's what I'm thinking
you
about
talk her into this.
Yeah.
Look at the camera.
Yeah, we're going to get Mom on there, and she's going to show you all how to make some real country biscuits.
Cat head biscuits?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, if you want to do some cat head biscuits, we can do it.
Thanks for talking, Mr. Phillips. All right, I was honored to be asked to cook on the L81 stage, so I went up there with a friend, Deanne Elmore, and I made a chili that was delicious. She did an apple dumpling recipe that was absolutely fabulous. And because we've had so many people ask to see it again, we're going to show it to you right now.
I'm going to make L8 apple dumplings. So we're going to start, and I'm going to peel 4 apples. I like Fuji. You can use Granny Smith if you like something like
I'm a Fuji fan as well.
But I like Fuji. So I have 4 Fuji apples that I'm going to peel and slice.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to take crescent rolls, 2 tubes. We're going to open them up, and we're going to wrap the crescent roll around
the quartered Fuji apple.
And I'm dipping the apple in the
sugar.
sugar.
What is that? Sugar, cinnamon? What else?
It's a cup and a half of sugar to a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Gotcha. Now, I have preheated the oven to 375 because I'm that kind of guy. I'm just
And we have all of our apples wrapped. Now we're going to take 2 sticks of butter. Not one, but 2.
That's what I'm talking
2 sticks
about.
of butter. And the remaining sugar and cinnamon combination.
To the stove.
We're going to melt the butter. We're going to put the cinnamon and sugar in it. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to pour it over.
For oozy goodness.
Yes.
All right.
just gonna ease this over all those donuts.
Oh, that smells like one of those candles they burn in the store.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's oozy.
decadent, isn't it? Smelling, isn't it?
This is something you just do every now and then.
And it's really easy.
But it's healthy because it's got apples in it.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's got fruit.
There's an apple a day. That's like a couple days worth of apples. So the doctor's staying away.
Okay, and so for the final touch, and then we're just going to take a 12-ounce bottle of LA, just pour it on top of it.
And you put this in the oven at
And
375.
you bake it at 375 for 30 minutes or until it's nice and brown on the top and toasty.
Blah.
You'll smell it. You'll know when it's done.
All right, let me get that out the door for you.
Okay.
And there you have it.
All right. Ooh.
I see bubbly. Oh, that's wrong right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
We got ice cream.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And again,
So-
there's no calories in here.
None.
Oh man, the smell. That's just pure apple heaven right there.
And then, which one do you want? You have your pick.
I want that one. Look at that brown edge on that.
Okay, so now we're going to do this. Put it right over here. Ice and juice. Just put it all over that ice cream. Yeah,
I'm gonna let this sit for just a second.
Yeah, it could be a little hot.
Because that came out of 375 oven. All right,
This
you
one
slipped
right
up
here.
and said something here off camera a minute ago about this one of your favorite L81 recipes.
This is what I think is probably the best in the bunch for me.
You know, if I get a little bit of ice cream in there, and that will offset the 375 degrees, don't you imagine? I just
It
kinda-
should.
And you guaranteeing I won't burn my mouth?
No, I can't. I cannot.
I'm gonna get a little bit
But
of.
I can guarantee it'll be worth it if you do.
Here goes. Blow it. Oh my goodness. You about done yourself. Hey, don't forget to check out our Facebook page, Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen, and like it. Become our friend on there and you can check out what we're doing and where we're going. Also, don't forget to check out timfarmerscountrykitchen.com. It's new and revamped. If you click on recipes, it's much easier to find what you're looking for. Folks are loving our recipes and we're loving you watching our show. We recently reached 200,000 views and we're just barely up and rolling. So keep on looking at our timfarmerscountrykitchen.com, and remember, it's all about good times, good friends, and good eats. We'll see you next week on Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen.
Christmas time is right around the corner, and once again, you have to find a gift for that hard-to-buy-for family member on your list. At timfarmerscountrykitchen.com, this problem is solved. That's timfarmerscountrykitchen.com.
Special thanks to Kentucky Beer Cheese and Weisenberger Mill.